All right. What up? You know what it is. It's the Charlie Newhart Show. Like and subscribe if you like real content, man. If not, just get off. You know what it is. This is for the real. Everybody can't handle this, man. This is, a lot of this is for my people who still listen to Overlord Scooch, Gamble and Spot. You know what I'm saying? This is for the Icewear Venzo listeners. This is for the... Yeah, I know I'm going over your head a little bit, Langston. This is this Detroit rap.
I was gonna say I feel like this is very Detroit.
Hey,
right
somebody, I put a skit out one time, and one dude was like, "Man, this nigga Charlie's mind ain't left Detroit." Man, look, first 40 years of my life was spent in. I was born in Romulus. That's where the airport is when you fly in. You know
so that's where I flew into.
I flew into Romulus. But I spent a ton of time in Inkster, Ypsi, Detroit. I had two houses in Detroit, one on the west and one on the east. But anyway, this is for the real, man. This is for the real. There's real worldwide. You know what I'm saying? You'll find out with some of the people that I have on my shows, like with some of the people that I'm around. The real attracts the real wherever you at. I can land in Tokyo, I'm going to attract the realest niggas. You know what I'm saying? And they may be Japanese, but they still going to be the realest niggas ever. So you attract what you are. I want to talk today about, my homie's here. Langston is here. He's in the building.
What up, party people?
Langston is a black man. Okay, somebody in the comments was like, that guy in the background said nigger. Langston's one of the realest niggas alive, man. And he's a genius at everything that he does. So this is my homie. Langston's here. I also want to talk today about how back in the day, my baby mama wouldn't let me see my kids. I had two little girls with the high school sweetheart. For a long time, she wouldn't let me see my kids, and then something happened. Something changed. We're talking about how I've seen so many fights with people outside the club, and then all of a sudden, the dude that gets beat up gets stripped. I don't know what that's about.
What?
Yes. Dog, we'll talk about it like somebody get beat up outside the club, man. I've seen it so many times, and then all of a sudden, it's like, who's the dude in the crew that's his idea? That's his go-to after we beat him up. Let's strip this nigga.
I have questions I've never seen in any of the beatdowns that I've been a part of, taken, observed from a distance.
You ain't never seen nobody get. Hey, I think that might be a Detroit thing.
I was gonna say, is that a?
I done seen it happen so many times outside the club. Nigga get worked out and then get stripped naked. I just don't. I have questions about the guy who's shouting, wanting that done after he's getting worked. Hey, he in the background waiting. Man, let's take this nigga clothes off.
That nigga's not part of either crew. He's just waiting for it to happen. He shows up just to strip niggas after fights.
He just randomly rolling around clubs like, man, let me see a fight. And he just pop up. Strip this nigga. Yeah, we need to talk about that.
We need to find him and interview him.
We need to interview that nigga. He in here like, man, which one of y'all niggas is going to take y'all clothes off? Let's get this nigga interview over. We're going to talk about the LA news guy. He passed away a couple years ago, this newscaster in LA. And it was like an outrage and an outcry. Everybody was upset until they got all of the news about what happened. We're going to talk about how the news now, it ain't about who's right. It's about who's first. Who's first to get it on the scene, who's first to break. But you got to be careful with that who's first to break. Then you find out, like, I remember it was a huge outcry when the whole Jussie Smollett thing happened. It was, we got to do better. I remember Kevin Hart was on live talking about, we got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. We can't be doing stuff like this, and then you get the full story, and it's like, man, you got to wait, man.
No, that is, I think I'm a person that's like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, we're in 2022. How do you not have any receipts? Like, between the surveillance, the Ring camera, like, how do you not, you can't come to me and tell me a story and be like, but I have no proof.
Yeah.
Believe me. Because,
like, wow, just because you think it's breaking news, you got to show me. But you somebody who know the game, like, wait a minute, man. Hey, I'm not about to put this all over my social media and talk about it and be an outrage unless I do my personal research first. Mm-hmm. Or you liable to look like a fool.
You're not about to have me out there looking like a fucking asshole.
Facts. I want to talk about, I made the choice a few years ago. I parked my car. I was like, man, I'm going to take the train to work. Carbon footprint, the whole. I had a little like LA vibe for a minute. Like reduce my carbon footprint. I'm going to take the train. Nigga, that lasted one day. I had an encounter with a nigga on the train and this lady on a bike before the train let me know everything I needed to know. Like, okay, I'm driving. These niggas is insane.
I used to ride the bus while drunk.
Oh, man, that's got to be a journey, just watching.
It's just fun, just sitting in the back with a 40, just watching everything that comes on.
Wait, dog, wait. My nigga said you was on the bus with a 40?
Oh, yeah.
Just chilling.
I mean,
that's fucking hilarious.
The only thing that's really dangerous to me is other black men.
For real?
I mean, that's the only thing that's ever made me feel threatened. Like the rest of the world, I just travel through unconcerned because everybody's fucking scared of black people.
Absolutely.
So I'm happy to sit on the bus with all these crazy bums and all the rest of it. It's just like only thing I gotta worry about is hood niggas. That's because even the crazy like just hood niggas that are trying to find out where you're from or some shit.
Yeah.
It's literally the only thing I fucking worry about. Not even cops, because like you said, I sound white. So
yeah. I
can switch it on to, oh, what's up, officer?
How you doing?
Oh, no, just trying to get home, trying to get to my rack. Been working all day. You know, you just drop in like little military terms too, and then it just turns their brain off, and they just like, all right, go ahead.
But then when them hood niggas get on the train, niggas is fire on anybody. What you looking at, nigga?
Look at this Steve Urkel looking nigga right here.
Niggas roasted.
Like, nigga, I'm 40. What the fuck are you talking about?
Nigga. Whole ass nigga. Yeah, that train ride is a monster.
Which one did you take?
I took, well, you know I'm out here in the IE, so.
Oh, shit.
I took the train down to Union Station.
So you were like on the Metrolink or something?
Yeah, I was on the Metrolink, and then I took that I was working in Santa Monica at the time. Yeah, it was. I was already on the road for 2.5 hours. I was like, what's an extra hour? And it don't, you know what I'm saying? But dog, I'm gonna tell the story later. But the lady who I encountered before I got on the train, and then the dude on the train, I was like, this is my last run. My last run, dog. I couldn't believe it. So check it out. If you got any questions, go to askcharlienewhart at gmail. You want to do a little Q&A. You wanted me to do a commercial for you. Same email, askcharlienewhart at gmail. We did one for Source Trucking Academy. Most of these schools, you know, they charging like $8,000, and then they stretching you out 3-4 months. For $3,800, you can get your Class A in less than 2 weeks and jump out there and be making 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? So that's sourcetruckingacademy.com. Great school. Check out Cody and the team over there, man. It's a good bunch of guys, good bunch of group of people over there. We did a commercial. We actually will run that. We'll run that in this show. Shout out to Byron Brown. Him and his wife having a baby. Congratulations, man. I want to pop off a couple scriptures in the beginning. Offenses will come, but they don't have to be taken. That's Luke 17:1. Y'all quit being so sensitive and strange. All right, offenses is gonna come, but they don't have to be taken. It's a bunch of relationships, family stuff that they got weird because people are holding on to offenses, man. Let them go. People gonna offend you. The second one is follow those who through faith and patience inherit the promises. That's Hebrews 6:12. Stop being so prideful, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to actually accomplish something, follow somebody who's also done it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's actually.
Follow somebody who done did it before, man. We be so prideful, like, nah, nigga, you know, sometimes you ain't got to reinvent the wheel, dog. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's like, the blueprints out there. You can read an autobiography, a biography of somebody who did it. And maybe you can make a few tweaks, but it's like, the blueprint is there. But if you easily offended and you holding on to grudges, then you can't follow people who done made the promises already. Stop being a weirdo, nigga.
I'll try. No, one of my fatal flaws is I'm kind of like Robert De Niro in Heat.
Oh, man.
When he's like, you have an out, and the guy's like, you don't have time, and I'm like, I'll make time.
Hey, dog. That's one of my favorite movies, man. That movie alone, Heat. When he actually had to make that choice, when he seen his girl in the car, and then he seen like, don't hang around nothing. You can't leave in what, 20 seconds?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. And he saw her in the car and was like, I ain't going back to jail. That movie. Them was some classics, man. Classics. Did you see that like 3 or 4 people from Goodfellas passed away this year?
Really?
Ray Liotta. Paul Sorvino, and Tony Cicero, who played Tony Stacks. Them three, that's my favorite movie, dog. Goodfellas. 3 of the characters passed this year, man.
Wow, that's crazy.
3 of them. Ray Liotta. I don't know what happened with Ray Liotta's career, man. Ray Liotta was my guy in Goodfellas, but then this nigga did a TV show with J-Lo called Blue Shield. I don't know what it was. But that nigga was on his knees, dudes. I was like, oh no, not my nigga from Goodfellas. Man.
Wait, Nigga
was dropping to his knees, dog.
Oh wow. Okay, I did not. I didn't stay with the show long enough because I didn't.
I said Ray Liotta, my man from Goodfellas, man. They didn't turn this nigga out too. They had him on his knees, like, well, Ray, we're willing to revive your career, Ray, but in this particular scene, we're gonna need you to get down on your knees and give another guy some flesh. And he did it, dog. I was through. I couldn't even watch Goodfellas the same no more. Like, Ray, come on, man. But rest in peace, Ray Liotta, man. I wonder if that's the role that took him over. If the nigga died after
that. I'm curious if he did that before or after he did Grand Theft Auto.
I think this was really recent. How long ago did he do Grand Theft Auto?
I'm gonna have to look it up because I know GTA 5 was like, God, a while ago.
I asked my son, man. He's a GTA fiend, dog. Yeah, man. Shout out to Ray Liotta.
I'm kind of curious. It's like, damn, now he's got to do voiceovers for video games because, like, you know, like.
Man, that's what's crazy when that celebrity pop and that money happened. That's what I was talking about before. How I don't understand how I'm competing with people who've been acting for 30, 40 years. Like, man, you was popping in 95, dog. 96, 97. What did you do with the bag? Why are we auditioning for the same? I only been acting, 7, 8 years. Why are we competing for the same role, family? Can't happen to me, dog. I get the bag, then I'm opening up the doors for opportunities. I got to pass the baton at some point, man. Why don't niggas want to pass the baton, dog?
Because, I mean, that requires a certain level of, like, humility and reality that you don't get in Hollywood. I mean, think about it. How many people are really taking a hard look at themselves? Not reading all the press, not, you know what I'm saying, not letting all that shit get to them, but like really like taking a real accounting of themselves to know where they are. Like, I feel like women have to do it more because they have to understand that at a certain point they're gonna age out.
Facts.
And that's not,
especially white women, they own it.
We could discuss whether it's fair or not, but they know. You know what I'm saying? They're always doing like that.
Absolutely.
Seems like in their brain. But a lot of other Hollywood, they don't really have that awareness.
Social cues off or what?
Huh?
Social cues off or what? You just can't read the room? Like, nigga, you 70. Why are you reading? And why are they letting you read for 35-year-old, like, leading role romantic types? You 76, nigga. I
mean, maybe there's an element of, like, just respect and just like, okay, this guy's been in the game a while. They have more connections than you because they've been in the game a while, which gets them into that point. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I think... But I mean, I'm not an actor. I'm just from outside looking.
No.
All just guesses. But that's just what I would think. It's just a lot of people just fucked off their money in Hollywood because
true.
It's very few people have the mindset to like, no, I need to be building something because this ain't gonna last forever.
Right.
Like few people have that. Like it's become more prevalent now, but.
Yeah, but back then I can understand it. Like I had a black dude scare the shit out of me before I moved out here. I was working on a TV show in the Midwest. I was doing audience warm up. Mm-hmm. And, I never went on camera, none in between on commercial breaks. I'd go out, warm up the audience. Hey, talk show. Okay, cool. Man, one of the producers on the show was from LA. He was an older dude. He was like, I heard you get ready to move to LA. Sit down. Like, all right. It was lunch break. I was planning on going to no, you sit down. One of them elderly statesman kind of niggas that I couldn't say no to. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, sit down. Had his pants up kind of high and shit. I was like, nigga, his demeanor, like, I got to listen to this old nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was like, man, I went out to Hollywood in the 70s. And he was talking about, he ended up getting a job on the Jeffersons and shit like that. And he was like, man, I just worked my way up, just walked in the room and had the kind of connection. He said, God's hand was on me. And I just walked in these rooms. Make a long story short, he ended up building up this Hollywood career. And he was one of the first people to start doing music videos. He had a production company, was doing music videos, and he was like, he got rich quick. And he was like known by all the Hollywood elites, throwing all these parties. He was like, I was throwing all these parties. I was in and out. And he said he just watched his marriage diminish. And he got hooked on drugs. And he just got so engulfed in the lifestyle that he fucked off his money, his family. And by this time, this nigga is in tears telling me the story. And he was just like, so you don't move to L.A.? Don't. He said, if you move out there, you stay an hour from L.A., you use L.A., like a job. He said, you drive in, you work and leave. Don't stay there overnight. Don't do none of them parties, because I'm telling you, the same shit will happen to you. And that nigga scared the shit out of me, man. So that's why I moved. That's why when people be like, man, why you stay so far away? Like, nigga, that old nigga scared the shit out of me, dog. I live an hour and a half from L.A. I never stay overnight. I've never went to a Hollywood party. You know, and I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody. I still got my flaws, but that nigga scared the shit out of me. And when I'm talking about follow those who through faith and patience inherit the promises, I'm like, he inherits some of the promises, but I also need to follow his lead and say, okay, well, I ain't gonna go. I ain't gonna be in LA. It scared the hell out of me, dog. And I think some people just didn't. And that's why when I book a commercial or a TV show and I get a check or I get a residual, if the bag big enough, I go to the auction. Buy 7 to 8 cars.
Right.
I got a couple of them in the driveway now, like, because I don't know if it's gonna last. I don't know at what point they're gonna be flaky, which they did in 2020. Like, sure, we can't submit you for any roles unless you take the shot. Well, then fuck you then. You know what I'm saying? I got 7 cars in my driveway right now for sale. Nigga, what the fuck you think I'm about to just sit back and just let y'all tell me what I can and can't do? You know what? But if it wasn't for that I don't even remember his name, that elderly statesman with his pants up high, who checked the shit out of me before I moved out here, I probably would have fell victim to the same shit, man. I was like, even now, I get a check. Charlie, what you gonna do? Nigga, I'll be scared. Like, I need to go buy 8 cars. I need to go buy 10 cars. I need to go do something with this money and make it backflip because I don't trust y'all. Like, at any point, what if they just start taking residuals away? I don't trust the shit.
I mean, that's actually a solid concern now with the streaming shit, because you saw what HBO did, right?
No, I didn't.
HBO has axed at least 20 plus shows from their streaming platform. No reason why. So these were shows that were like people had on this platform that had no reason to go away. But now they're just gone. So
Really?
all those creators no longer getting residuals from shows, from anything. Because they've just been nuked, removed. There's no DVDs of these shows that people can purchase, or at least the majority of them. So I mean, it's one of the things that I don't trust about this whole online shit, because it's just like, and then you heard what happened with Batgirl.
No.
Batgirl was this movie that they had at least 75% complete, right? Warner Brothers, no, we're just gonna can that shit. Take the loss.
Really?
I shit you not, nigga. Look it up.
Nigga, I believe you, dog.
We're going to take the loss because we're doing this merger, and that's going to help offset our merger costs and shit like that. So basically, we're throwing this entire production under the crew so we can take the loss on our taxes and flip some shit around. So, you shouldn't trust Hollywood because they're still doing this shit today.
I don't trust the shit. I did a movie. The last movie, one of the movies I did was, it's called Dinner in America. Mm-hmm. We filmed it in the Midwest. I was living out here.
In the reverse.
Yeah, it was crazy because I moved out here and then they kept asking me to send in self-tape. I sent in the self-tape. I booked this role. Fairly notable characters in the movie. And actually one of the lead guy, he has a lead role on the CBS show. His name is Kyle. I forgot, some white boy. But anyway, I had a really dope ass part of a fairly huge part in this movie. Nigga, I'm telling everybody I'm in this movie. Talking about Dinner in America. It's coming out, blah, blah, blah. So it took a minute. So it hit streaming. It comes out. Nigga, and then I look on the IMDb shit. They didn't remove my credit. I was like, what the fuck's going on? So I called the producer. Like, hey, man, blah, blah, blah. He was like, yeah, basically when that shit hit the editing floor, nigga, they took my whole character out the movie. I was like, damn, dog. This is why I don't trust Hollywood. This is why I don't trust it. Like, I thought I killed the role. I know I did. I killed the audition. I killed the role. But one of the things they told me on the Slim Jim commercial that I booked when I was out here is he said, because I was acting a fool on the commercial, he was just like, dog, he said, your presence is so loud on camera that you will outshine the other actors in the scene.
Ooh, I've seen that before, actually.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, you outside, because because I did so much in the Slim Jim commercial and only a piece made it. He was just like, he's like, I wanted to keep everything you did. He said, but it overshadowed the fact that it was a Slim Jim commercial. He said, all we was doing was laughing at you. And he said, you overshadowed the other characters. And he was like, we had to kind of like dim it down. So then it made sense. Like, I know I ain't the best actor in the world, but I know you give me the right scene and I'm act a fool. And it was just like, they just took me out the whole shit. And I was like, this is why when I get a check, I go buy cars. I go buy houses. As
a boom operator, I have been present when people that weren't supposed to eat ate up the entire scene. and people were just like, okay, this is just a day player, and he just came in and look, all of our leads look like trash.
Come eat. It was a day player on Flight with Denzel Washington. It was a white dude. He was in the stairwell during the rehab scene. That white boy ate. I can't remember his name.
James Badge Dale. I remember him because he was in another favorite series of mine from HBO called The Pacific.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
didn't he eat?
Yeah. Man.
I was like, fuck, man, I couldn't.
It was the cancer dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, no homo. I couldn't take my eyes off this nigga. Like, man, he got who is this? I wasn't listening to nobody else. Problem is when I'm that nigga, they take me out. Get this nigga out of here.
No, because he carried a very boring part of the HBO series.
Really?
But just his character was so interesting. He just had enough, because there was like this random intermediate part of it was the Pacific, but basically was showing like some behind the line stuff when he basically lost his shit. But he did a really, really good job of just like carrying that whole part, which was really kind of like different in tone from the rest of the series. That's why I remembered him, because I was like, damn, that motherfucker's like good. Like
yeah. That's crazy that most motherfuckers, when I mention that, they like have no clue. But if you have an eye for it, you'll see like, man, who the fuck is that? Mm-hmm. That's how I pick comedians for my shows. At the Laugh Factory, like if I see, everybody can be funny, but if I see like, oh shit, I want to listen to this motherfucker, they have my attention. They got presence. Reckless Sundays, Laugh Factory, Long Beach, every first Sunday. Just a shameless plug. You can come out and check that out. That's our flaccid intro.
Give it up for Charlie Newhart. Come on.
Hello, my name is Cody Barker. I'm the Academy Director at Source Trucking Academy. In case you haven't heard, right now the trucking industry is in desperate need of drivers, and they are paying. Our students right now are coming out of school with 80 to 100K plus per year jobs, and we're graduating them in as little as 2 weeks. Now, I've never heard of any other educational program with that short a time to value, or where the student is able to recoup that investment in the first few weeks of working. So come out to Source Trucking Academy, and let's get you paid.
2004, all right. Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, Rasheed Wallace. We smashed the Shaq and Kobe Lakers, man. Smashed. I'm looking you in your soul. I watched your soul leave your body as I said that.
How is it gonna be? I'm from LA. We're winning the ass and winning motherfuckers. Like,
did you watch any of that series on Showtime? The Showtime Lakers? No, it was on HBO.
Oh, no, I didn't. I don't need my idols destroyed like that.
Okay,
like I don't.
That's why I don't like meeting like celebrity niggas that I kind of looked up to when I was younger. Like, I don't want to meet them niggas.
Oh, I definitely don't. I've met enough. I don't want to meet.
I don't want to meet, because I want you to stay. I want to stay a fan. Mm-hmm. I don't want to find out like, oh man, this nigga a basehead.
I will say it was cool that Ron Perlman and Danny Trejo were probably the most intimidating ass motherfuckers I met, but were still cool as fuck.
Straight.
Like they were so like fucking cool. It was like such a. Because, like, Ron Perlman, like I'm not a small dude. Just have some fucker, like, towering over me, and I'm supposed to, like, try and put a mic on him or some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was just totally just, like, cool. Like, just like, you know, do what you got to do, kid. Like, no big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somewhat, like, aloof, like, kept, like, the mystery about him, but still, like, totally cool. Same with Danny Trejo. Just cool as fuck. Like, didn't have, you know what I'm saying? That's Machete to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up.
Absolutely, man. He a G.
You know what I'm saying? I saw you in, what do you call it? Desperado, you know, that's
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And then
Oh,
Heat.
dog, he's the
And
legend.
then in Heat. Remember, he was in Heat.
Yes, he was. Don't he got a shit ton of taco trucks around here?
Yeah, he
Okay,
does. He opened up a taco truck. He opened up a restaurant. But it's just. But then I've met other celebrities who I won't name, and I'm just like, I wish I'd never met you because now
Absolutely.
every time I see you, I just like,
Absolutely,
fucking
dog.
asshole.
There's some of them I'm just kind of like, hell no, dog. And you get weird vibes from them niggas, man. I never forget. I don't even give a fuck about saying this nigga name. I was in a comedy. I was in the Sherwood. Where the fuck is it? Sherman Oaks.
Sherman Oaks.
I was in Sherman Oaks, and my homeboy had a comedy show here, dog. And I'm like one of the last ones to go up. And I'm looking around like, this is a real strange environment, man. All these niggas is wearing tight clothes and shit, man. What the fuck's going on, dog? But it was a mix of people in there. Then all of a sudden, man, what's my man's name from the Parkers? The Professor Ogilvy nigga. What is the nigga? I don't even know his name. That nigga came in and all the gay niggas in the club went crazy. I was like, oh, this is not the show that I want to be on. He was hugging everybody and being all weird. And I went up to my man like, I'm not gonna do this show, dog. I'm getting ready to get out of here. It's like, dude, what's wrong? I was like, man, this environment's different, my nigga. I don't have the frequency for this. I'm about to get on out of here, dog. That nigga was attacking every dude in that bitch. I'm like, I'm gonna get on out of here. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I said the nigga name. It was a little different.
Shout out to Nikki Nova.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is. Who is that?
Just a porn star.
Oh, shout out Nikki Nova. Shout out to Nikki Nova. Shout out to my baby mama. She wouldn't let me see my kids. She wouldn't let me see my kids. She kept playing games and sound effects. That shit was funny as hell. She wouldn't let me see my kids. She was mad that, we weren't together. So she started using the kids. And that's, I got to say this, man. If you a man and you going through that, I empathize with you. And I'm praying for you. Because I know what it's like when the relationship is over or it don't work out, or even if you cheat or something happened and the woman starts to play games with the kids. I ain't gonna let you see your kids. Like, you ain't gonna let me see my kids because we not working out. Like, that child still deserves to have a relationship with both of us, even though one of us messed up or whatever the case may be. So if you a woman and you playing games with your kids, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, man.
Ashamed.
For real. Stop playing these emotional games and keeping your kids from their father and then the kid growing up like, why daddy ain't around? Like, for me, I fought hard for my kids. With some men, it's just like, you know what? I'll fuck with you when you're 18. Because your mama is out of her mind. And it's like, y'all need to quit with that shit, man. That kid didn't ask to be here. You know what I'm saying? You laid down with the man, you had the kid, it didn't work out, and now you're trying to keep the kid from his father. And you upset about life because your dad wasn't around, and now you doing the same shit to your kid was what you experienced growing up, which makes no sense. If you're a woman who grew up without her father, why the fuck would you keep your kids from their father? Shit is retarded. You know what I'm saying? You need to cut that shit out. So my baby mama was doing that to me. And sure enough, it was the same thing. She grew up without her dad. So now she's trying to keep the kids from me. And, I spent money on lawyers and all that type of shit, trying to get the kids. And, she didn't want to give them over to me, and I lost. And then, man, something happened. Something changed. She wanted to meet my new wife. Like, I want to meet her. I want to meet her before I let you see your kids. I want to meet her. So they met. She started a fight with the new wife, hit her in the face, and then she ended up getting stabbed 13 times.
I mean, she gets a +1 for initiative,
Plus one for initiative. Shout out to you. Took the first punch. You hit her. Actually, you hit her twice. Wop, pop. Hit her twice. Got stabbed 13 times. Realized this was the smoke I didn't want.
Bad return on investment happens to us all.
Dog, bad return on investment, my nigga. That's fucking hilarious.
Sometimes you take a loss,
Bad return on investment, and then you took a loss. But then it was odd because, it was a whole case, and the baby, my wife ex-wife ended up winning because it was like self-defense case. 3 months later, my baby mom was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm tired of fighting this nigga. But of course I was praying, had family praying, and I was in faith like, man, I miss my babies. I want to raise them. I want to be a father that's in their life. A few months later, she just gave them to me. Went down to the court, signed over custody, gave him to me, and then went out of town for a while. Because she realized ultimately, like, all right, what we had ain't going to work, but I know he's a good father. And I can't say that. I may not be the best husband or best person in a relationship sometimes, but I know I'm a great father. So she gave me custody. Fathers, hang in there. Mothers, quit playing games with these kids, man. It's not fair to the father. It's not fair to the kids. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to put your emotions to the side. My daughter's like that, man. My daughter, my 23-year-old, she got a little boy. You know what I'm saying? And she realized, like, hey, I made certain life choices. I got to deal with it. And her and the child's father don't get along. But she said, and he's such a joyous, happy baby, because she said, I'm never going to let what me and his father had infect my relationship with my son. And I'm never going to keep my son from him. She's mature enough, but I've taught her that. You know what I'm saying? She like, look, she got her own journey. She going to have successes and failures. But she was like, I'm not going to let this, whatever happened between me and his dad, affect our relationship. That's for you women that's keeping your kids from your father. You should shame of yourself, bitch.
We're fucking around and found out like my ex did, and now she doesn't see her kid at all because
Nigga.
Don't make me mad.
Yeah, cut that shit out, man. Cut that shit out. What else is it? Oh, I want to talk about this news guy, man. Stop reporting. Stop. The news now is not about, hey, who's right? It's about, are we going to be the first ones to get it out? Let's be the first ones to get it out. So it was this huge outcry here in LA about this newscaster, right? Everybody was like, oh, it's a shame. What happened? And then, man, it was blaming LA. It was all of these things to blame for this man's passing, right? Sad. It was all these vigils and all this stuff. And everybody had all this commentary. And then all of a sudden, everybody got quiet. It got quiet. There was no more vigils. There was no more outcries and outrages. Come to find out, this newscaster who was married with a little kid, this newscaster was meeting guys on the Grindr app, right? He was going to hotels, and before he was getting hit by these guys, he was putting meth rocks in his asshole and then letting these dudes pound him. And in one heated night of passion, one heated night of passion, this nigga with meth rocks in his ass getting pounded by some dude. The nigga ODs while he's getting hit. And then when that shit got out, everybody went silent. Like, it's not really an outcry, is it? It's not really an outrage. This nigga was out here getting hit.
I'm going to have to find a lot of bleeps for that shit.
I know. We got to let that shit ride out, nigga. Quit jumping on, oh, man, did you hear what happened? Man, you better wait till you get all the details, dog. They did that with Jussie. You know what I'm saying? When they found out, oh, man, this better stop. You know, oh, man, it's crazy. It's racism and yada, yada, yada. And then upon further details, you find out this nigga been lying the whole time, man. That nigga crazy.
I mean, we had a pitcher for, like, the Anaheim Angels or something that died a few years ago. And they come to find out when they were doing, like, the investigation, like, you know, there was somebody on the team, like, slanging meth.
Straight up?
Yeah. I got, you know, I mean, I have all the details right, but it was another situation of, like, oh my God, this is so tragic. And then when you start looking into it, you're like, oh, this is just dirty. Like,
nigga. That's what I'm saying, man. Let the information play out, dog. I don't understand. I'm gonna tell you some other stuff I don't understand. Outside of Detroit, on several occasions, outside of clubs in Detroit, I've witnessed so many fights that when the dude gets stomped out, all of a sudden that somebody in the crew yells, man, let's strip this nigga. And they strip the dude. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a dude get beat up, stomped, and then stripped naked. I was outside the club one time. This dude gets hit. He gets stomped. And again, I like watching live drama. I was so close I could feel the wind from the punches, the wind from the kicks. They was river dancing on this nigga, dog. It was great. It was great. I ain't gonna lie. And then all of a sudden somebody yells, let's strip this nigga. And I'm like, who's the guy in the crew who wants this to happen? It's just some bisexual nigga in the crew that's like, man, when are we going to strip this nigga naked? They stripped this nigga, dog. And then he's knocked out on the ground. And then the police show up. And the police sirens wake this nigga up, and he stands around. He's walking around naked, and they arrest him for indecent exposure. I was like, that nigga's having a bad day. You get beat up, stomped, stripped, and then arrested. You can't even explain what happened. What happened, sir? I don't know why I'm out here naked, man. I don't know.
I'm just trying to wonder who's like walking in the club like, yeah, who's getting stripped tonight?
Wait. When a nigga getting dressed at the crib before he leaves, like, strip a nigga tonight, man. What's going through his head? Can't wait, nigga, run up on me, man. I'm gonna strip that nigga naked, nigga.
See, I think it's more sinister because now I'm thinking about the Boondocks, that booty inspector dude.
Oh, hell no.
Like, I could just see this nigga sliding up to somebody next to him at the bar, like, I like shit and I want shit.
Oh, hell no.
Now you marked.
That goes back to the social equity score. Nigga, we gotta have a social equity, dog. You gotta, at the age of 16 or 18, whatever it is, everybody should take a psych eval to get their driver's license or whatever. And if you're sane, it's a 1, and all the way up to a 5 is you crazy. And it should be on your driver's license. And every 3 months, every 6 months, every year, you got to renew with a psych eval with some therapy and some stuff to like, because it's too many 5s walking around out here and we don't know. I mean, how many times you've been getting into a relationship with somebody and a year later, and it's like, this bitch is a 5. Trying to keep me from my kids and shit? You crazy? Bitch, you grew up without your father. Now you trying to do the same thing to your kid. This bitch is a 5. Yeah, so.
Oh, man. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's madness.
So there is some things. If you are a 5, there's probably some 5s listening. If you're a 5, because there's been points in time in my life where I've been a 5. I might even be at a 4.5 right now. But cold showers in the morning, writing in a journal, listening to music with strings. In the Bible, Saul was going crazy, and David played the harp for him to help calm the evil spirits. Music with strings in it. Mozart type of stuff. Oh, yeah, I want to hear.
Okay, Mozart, thank you for specifying, because you like strings. I'm like, nigga, I've got how much death metal do I have?
Yeah. No, like no lyrics. Where it's like, shoot everybody, No, I mean like Mozart. Personally, I listen to like Bethel instrumental, like soaking worship, but it's like straight up, it's a spiritually calming situation. No lyrics, just strings. But if you want examples like Mozart, Bethel instrumental, Hillsong instrumental, like those 3, just letting it play at the crib or in the car, especially if you're in traffic, calms evil spirits. And of course, therapy, going to a good church, being connected to a community, being a part of community will help with good mental health too. So those are some of the pieces for my 5s, my fellow 5s.
Give it up for Charlie Newhart. Come on.
Pierre?
Yeah.
Hi.
Right there. Wait right there. I'm in an energy bubble, so I can't touch you. But thank you for being here.
Oh, hi. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for agreeing to work with me.
Yep.
I've been wanting to work with you for so long. I love your work. Listen, I know that like that $5,000 fee, a little bit hard to take, but I really. And
This is my videographer.
Oh, okay.
He's nameless. Don't wave at him. Don't talk to him.
Okay.
Only I talk to him. Don't wave at him. He's nobody.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what you got. Can you wait? First of all, can you be the light?
Yes, I can be the light.
Literally, can you be the light?
I can.
Okay. What is that?
Oh, this is my first sequence. Is that
Sequence. Do you know what you're doing?
I do. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's get one more time. And action.
Pierre.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be behind the camera?
My camera's on automatic. It's a $2 million camera. Don't ask questions, okay? Just do what I ask you to do.
Okay, again.
Jesus
You don't
Christ.
have to be rude. You're kind of. I don't.
I gotta start vetting people. Jesus Christ. Where's my assistant? Do you know what you're doing?
I do know what I'm doing. I'm not sure you know what you're doing.
You're on the Starfleet from Star Trek, and the ship is starting to waver, and you start to slide and moonwalk into a bowl of almond milk. Can you do that? Let's see. How's that look? How's that feel? Expired almond milk all over your body.
Hey, this is getting a little bit weird.
This whole exchange is getting me excited.
Hey.
You don't mind if I take my shirt off, do you? Don't care if you do mind.
Definitely not what I signed up for.
All right, you're a werewolf, okay?
A
You're a
werewolf,
werewolf, and you see the moon for the first time. Can you
All
holler
right,
at the moon?
this is how you're.
Good. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you?
You got on makeup?
I do. I like
He gets
really.
like that.
Let's see.
I don't.
He gets very excited.
I can see
That's not what I'm
that.
paying you for.
Oh, sorry.
You do what I ask you to do.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to take my pants off because I'm getting excited.
Oh wow. Okay.
In a yoga studio and someone farts. How's that smell?
Okay. This is not what I signed up for at all. I mean, this is just weird, bro. This is just really real. I mean, I know you're creative, but this I
Get
can't
out of the
even
way.
like.
Just leave.
What?
I don't like what you're doing. I don't like it. Just leave. Oh my
Okay,
God.
more clothes are coming. Okay, well,
Get out of the way.
I want my money back.
What money?
I want my money
There's
back.
no deposits.
Oh, come on. No,
No refunds.
I want my money back.
No refunds.
Okay.
Move. You're blocking the camera.
Oh, sorry.
You're an asshole.
I was talking to my daughter, man. We at 6?
You're at 15.
Oh, okay. I was talking to my daughter, Alyssa, and she was telling me that she's 11. She said her classmates was talking about committing suicide at 11.
It's the problem with the information age.
That's exactly. Like at one point, I heard Denzel say this. At what point is it too much information? Just to get it out. Let's get it out. Let's get it out. Let's get the information out. Oh, it's an outrage. It's an outcry. This newscaster. It's what's sad. Oh, you didn't even realize the nigga was putting meth in his ass. Like, I mean, so much information that kids have access to. It's
a problem because if you have access to a fire hose of information with no way to contextualize or just understand what it is you're saying, and you're just constantly bombarded with information that's telling you stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even neutral information. Like, read about this, learn about this. It's information with a viewpoint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That you don't have, especially kids, they don't have the fucking emotional maturity to like be able to like not be like, oh, that's not a solution. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one thing I've noticed. It's like even when I was coming up and the internet was starting to come out, it was just information, but it wasn't as like today where it was so almost maliciously crafted. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, the internet is so hateful, and I'm like, why is it so hateful? Just the general tone. Like, you have to seek out good stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if you just the basic tone of the internet, like your comments are weird because there's no negative shit in there. There's no negative shit in there. But like, if you look at the average comments of just any, it's just the lowest common denominator of human existence, and then that's what kids are basically getting. A fire hose of, you know, just all of the negativity.
You're right. I just been conditioning people from the beginning. Like, come on, it's weird. I don't mind the interaction, but I'm not going to tolerate anybody getting on my page with a negative because that's not the energy that I put out. And it's like, if you have time to leave something negative, you're a weirdo. All you got to do is click off.
There's so many hurt people, Charlie.
I get it.
And they have and it's so easy to just write your bullshit and hit send, and there's no consequence. There's nothing. You know, the consequence is you get attention. Suddenly you're somebody. Because you have nothing else in your existence that will fill that emptiness in your soul.
Right.
So you need to lash out. Hopefully you get something back.
And it's probably coming because I got a video with like 2 million views, right, about me getting shot. And it's interesting, or the other one about the crazy Asians. There's some interesting negative comments in there, and I'm just kind of like, I ain't even gonna give that no energy. I'm not even gonna give that no response. Like, you're hurt, you want a response. It's something going on with you. But ultimately, I mean, and I'm gonna say this for real: if I'm watching something, I'm a sane individual. You are as well. If I'm watching something and I don't like it, I just click off. I don't have time to be like, let me log in and leave a comment with my name so these niggas can know. I don't have time. So
I'm just trying to think of the last negative comment that I left on any piece of media, and it was a response. Like, if you go search through my history, it's generally, oh God, another guy who lost his wife to Leroy. Because it's always somebody that's like, I wonder what, you know, basically insinuating that something about black people. And so my response is commonly, I'm sorry, did we bang your wife a little too hard? You know, so that's pretty much the tenor of my negative comments. But as far as like having time to be like, you know, like these Star Wars nerds that make 45-minute videos about the slightest, I'm like, bro, like find a life.
Cut it out, man. Look, y'all spend some time and talk to your kids, man. I talk to my kids. I used to give them, I let them come in the room and just sit down, like, hey, you know what? Just talk to me for 30 minutes about anything, uninterrupted. And then they just go. I give them that once or twice a week. Tell me anything. Just go. I ain't going to interrupt you. Just talk to me. And then that's why I hear what they dealing with in school, what they seeing, what's going on in their world, because I can only imagine what this world is going to be 10, 15, 20 years from now. But I want them to be able to get it out. And then it's several teachable moments in that where I try to give them some word, like, oh, what about this? Like, there's a book called The 5 Love Languages by Stephen Chapman. I wish I had that book on me. 5 love languages. There are 5 love languages, and all of us have, you know, some of, very rarely do somebody have all 5, but mostly 1 or 2. It's words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, acts of service, receiving gifts. So I can find out what my kids' love languages are about what they do for me. Like one of my sons always wants to spend time. His love language is quality time, and he's always giving compliments, words of affirmation. So if that's what he's doing, that's how he receives love. So just if you got kids, you can pay attention to what their love languages are about what they do with you. One of my daughters always giving me stuff, and she want to spend time. Quality time, receiving gifts. So that's how I sow into her love language. If you want to hear your kids talk and be overly talkative about everything going on in their life, sow into their love language. Like my son, who loves to spend quality time, all I got to do is sit next to him on the couch, and then we talk about a video game, and then he just be pouring his heart out about everything going on in his life. But if you don't communicate love languages, not just to your kids, but to your mate, your spouse, when you communicate love languages to your spouse too, then that's when they like really gonna communicate. But some people, like my ex used to always give me gifts and want to spend time. They made my love languages. I don't want to spend no time with nobody. I don't like people like that. I shouldn't say that. Receiving gifts and quality time just ain't my love languages, because I'm always thinking about other shit I can be doing with my time. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to sow into my love language, it's words of affirmation, physical touch. But we could never get on the same page, because I'm like, look, man, you want to give me a massage if you really want to show me you love me. You know what I'm saying? Just talk nice to me. You really want to show me you love me. But all that other shit, like you can give me 20 pairs of, you know what I'm saying, jeans or 5 or 6 shoes. Cool, I appreciate it, but that's not how I receive love. So 5 Love Languages by Stephen Chapman. And give your kids the benefit of your mistakes. Man, we got a guest here, man. I'm excited to bring him on. So let's get the party going.
Give it up for Charlie Newhart. Come on.
What edible food never goes bad?
What edible food never goes bad? Twinkies?
Twinkies. No, sir, it's honey. Okay. Honey. Now I got to roast you, Tom.
All right, fair enough.
You look like when you go to the doctor for ankle pain, he suggests a hands-free prostate check. You look like you fell asleep on the Greyhound bus and woke up with no pants on.
Man, that was a dope-ass day, man. Much respect to my boy Jag. You know, they gave me the fans gave me the victory. I appreciate it, but, you know, I'm going to hand it over to Jag, actually, because, you know. Yeah. You did your thing on that motherfucker, man. Let me jump right into this, man. We got to have a conversation with the ladies that's getting these BBLs, dog. We got to have a conversation today. You got to get your legs and your thighs done, too. You got to get them all done. And I'm going to tell you, too, baby, you got to think about the long term, too. I hope your money long. Don't just hit a lick and then go get you your ass and your legs and thighs and shit done. You're going to have maintenance for that shit forever, baby. You know what I'm talking about? You get that shit, man, 5 years, you're going to have to get that ass checkup, get that refurb on that ass. You know what I'm talking about?
Hit that bitch with some Fix-A-Flat or something and get it right. You got to make sure you keep the bread right to get that ass tuned up. I'm tired of seeing toothpick legs with a huge bubble ass. Like, I can tell that's not yours.
Say, bro, it's like, for real, like, I'm a man. We men here, and I'm not finna butter it up for the viewers and shit. Like, oh, you know, niggas, like, we watch this shit, we see it like, oh, it's some ass, you know, it has a certain appeal to it. It has an absurd appeal to it. That's what it's just so absurd that it has an appeal.
That's why niggas be looking like.
However, niggas don't like that shit though. Like, really, I don't. You know, it's sometimes it's wondrous to look at. Yeah. But I don't like that shit. Sometimes shit's just fucking stupid. And as a man, I'll tell you ladies right now,
Niggas don't like that shit.
Yeah, cut that shit out.
Cut that bullshit out.
Cut that shit out. And also, too, ladies, don't be mad, especially women of other ethnicities other than black. Don't be mad that now niggas is on your line. Niggas is giving you attention. You cut that shit out. You know what I'm saying? You Hispanic, you white, or whatever the case may be. Now you got all this. You've just added a nigga attractor.
You trying to look like what we like. You trying to look like what we like, fucking the job up a lot of times. But sometimes it be looking appealing and cool. But I don't think I want to, I really just like donkey fuck a bitch like that. But I don't really think I'm just trying to get, wife one up.
Yeah. No, that's just a smack. I mean, you putting all that work into that frame. And don't be mad. Ladies, you just added a nigga attractor. And also, too, you may have to tell your insecure husband what's going on. You know what I'm saying? If that nigga's walking around the mall, he behind you, and he mad because all the niggas are staring, why you pay for it then, nigga?
You know what you want.
You know what you want. You know what you want. Look at this. I got to give honor to my big bro, man. This is a comedy staple, a legend. I consider him one of my big homies, man, a big brother. He don't know the game that be falling off his lips sometimes because some stuff is caught, not taught. When we did that show in Inglewood at the Miracle Theater, you know what I'm saying? You headlined that motherfucker. I was just in there, nigga, in the green room just listening. Sometimes I just shut the fuck up and just listen to soak up game. You said some shit I'll never forget. You was like, look, let me tell y'all young motherfuckers something right now. Y'all niggas never know when y'all gonna pop. He said, you never know what you gonna do that's gonna pop. So quit fucking around with all these hoes that y'all fucking with and be careful of the shit that you doing. He said, you never know when you gonna pop.
Mm-hmm. A lot of times, man, we don't really see ourselves like that. We don't really, I ain't gonna say we don't value ourselves as much as we don't really see ourselves and the potential in ourselves like other people see it. So therefore, you run around acting like you a regular nigga fucking with these regular rat ass bitches and fuck around and get caught up in the hype. You ski the life up in one of them rodents and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
You just trying to have a quick, happy, quick little one night, little something to do while you waiting for your turn. Right. But you fucked around and got caught up in the hype. The next thing you know, you got a hit. You know what I'm saying? You got a hit TV show, a hit sketch, a hit motherfucking movie, a hit record. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't even tripping, but all the while this rap been plotting. So, just be careful what you do because you never know when it's going to be your time.
Nigga.
Start acting like a star right now, nigga.
Nigga. Game. That's what I'm talking about. I needed to hear that, dog. Like, I was just grateful to be in the room. Sometimes when I'm just hearing game roll off, like, nigga, I needed to hear that because sometimes I don't know, man. It just kind of altered the path of my behavior. That moment, I'm like, man, what the fuck am I out here doing, dog?
Well, Charlie, I want to take a moment to give you your flowers as well, man, because you're definitely a good dude to me, man. Ever since we met, you've been solid with me. You know what I'm talking about? Very wise, you know what I'm saying? The nigga's a hustler.
Yes.
My nigga Charlie's a hustler, man. You know what I'm talking about? So I admire you for that as well and all that big homie talk, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I thought your ass was like 70. Nigga, Charlie one of them Creole Detroit niggas. This nigga, age. Nigga Charlie's a vampire. I see Charlie in some old ass. I see Charlie in the picture with Frederick Douglass, man.
Nigga, fuck you, nigga.
This nigga Charlie, he just don't age though. You can't tell.
That's funny than the motherfucker, dog. I got so much respect for you, man. That's just like, I need that real game. Yeah, I was telling Langston this earlier, like, man, a real nigga, you drop a real nigga anywhere, he gonna attract the real niggas wherever he at. Tokyo, London. I'm just one of them niggas. You drop me anywhere, dog, I'm gonna attract the realest niggas, man. And you know what I'm saying? And we all need that balance. I feel like most relationships that you have in your life, you got your big homies that are sewing into you. You got people on your level, and then you got people you sewing into. And as long as you got those three levels, you're a more balanced individual. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk a little bit about your journey, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you getting started in the game. Like, my son was in there going wild. He was like, wait a minute, you talking about the voice? You Lamar from GTA? Nigga ran your whole stats. You know he has recorded 142 N-words on GTA. Nigga know the whole stats. So when you was in there roasting him and shit, he was like, yeah, I remember that, dog. Your journey and your grind is like a hustler recognizes another hustler. So your journey and your grind is impeccable, my nigga. I just want you to talk a little bit about, you know what I'm saying, your successes and your ups and downs in the career, but just your journey in general, dog.
Oh man, Charlie, man, I just always been a class clown from day one. You know what I'm talking about? I've always been a performer of some type. I just never knew it and never knew how to, just tap into it as a youth. And I say that to say, I started off, in entertainment, rapping. That was my shit, nigga. I was gonna, I figured by this time in my life, I'd be what Jay-Z is or something. You know what I'm saying? But, God has his own plan, his own schedule for you, you know what I'm saying? So that hasn't quite come to fruition how I thought it would. But notice I said it hasn't come to fruition how I thought it would. Not to say that it won't.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I probably still drop some bars on these young niggas. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I heard you killed the raising the bar over there, nigga.
Yeah, that was fun, man. That was my first passion, man. And shit, man, the journey. It just kind of, rap kind of just led me into entertainment and kind of get my legs ready to be around this entertainment game, because I'm sure, Charlie, you can attest to this. There's some weird shit. You got to have a certain type of stomach to work in this business, to thrive in this business, let alone be successful in this business. Because there's a lot of weird niggas and a lot of weird shit. But I think hip hop and rap, I got a chance to be around a lot of shit in entertainment and kind of observe shit and see shit and get my own understanding of it, which helped me, foray that into comedy and acting and shit, because I've been shooting sketches since the late 90s. I've been shooting sketches a long time, man, like before they were a thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When YouTube was still in its infancy and it wasn't quite what it is now, I was shooting sketches with my boys over at Pistola Films. And for me, it was like, I was just doing some shit. Them was my friends, and just hanging with my friends. It wasn't so much like, oh, I'm gonna be this actor, or I'm finna do this or that. It was just I'm hanging with my friends, being myself, and they were doing things and had a vehicle for me to, showcase that.
Right.
And shit, one thing led to another, and through that same friend, Jason Van Veen over at Pistola Films, I ended up meeting Aaron Magruder. And, working with Aaron Magruder, and, he offered me a bunch of opportunities, man, working on his Super Rumble Mix show, and then he threw me on the Boondocks, and all the while Black Jesus was brewing.
Right.
And he put that shit together. So shout out to Aaron Magruder, man. And a fun fact, man, motherfuckers don't know that my GTA 5 appearance indirectly came through Aaron Magruder.
Straight up?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Through my relationship with Aaron Magruder, I met DJ Pooh, and I met Carl Jones and DJ Pooh, and just a whole bunch of different people over there. But those guys were integral in my getting on GTA 5. Because the way I hear it now, I met Pooh through Aaron, so again, the acquaintance was there and shit. And Carl actually was Pooh reached out to Carl to voice, possibly voice one of the things, one of the characters, and Carl threw that live my way.
Damn.
Carl, he's like, man, Slink probably be better for this. And Pooh ended up giving me the call, and I came and read for the part, and the rest is history.
Nigga, that's crazy, dog. I always talk about how in all labor there is profit. You never know what you grinding on, how it's gonna lead to the next opportunity. But your passion was always there. Like, nigga, I'm having fun. I'm shooting with my friend. I'm having fun.
That was that, and you know what, Charlie? That's a whole lot of the fucking. That's it, man. The passion being there again. You can do some shit, but if you ain't passionate about it, you might see some results, but you ain't gonna see what you see with that passion. Now, if you good at what you do and passionate about what you do, man, the sky's the limit. And I'm on my way. I'm on my motherfucking way.
You're already there, nigga. When Black Jesus popped, nigga, and then you was bringing your people on. When I saw Corey on that motherfucker, and then it was like, that shit just kind of reminded me of what Red Fox did. Like, when Red Fox got his opportunity with Sanford and Son, he was bringing on Aunt Esther no matter what. He was like, look, I'll do this show, but I got to have Aunt Esther with me. And then when they sat down at the table read for the first show, he was looking at the script, and they had wrote her out. And they was like, Red, we just don't see it. That nigga got up and walked out. Like, where you going? Red, he was like, I told you I wanted her in the show. I'll be back when I see her name on the script. And they called that nigga like the next day, like, yeah, she back in. Like, oh, okay, I'm back on. Like, that's some stand-up shit. Niggas just, like you said earlier, it's weirdo shit in this game. So a stand-up nigga stands out to me.
It's a lot of weirdo vibes, you know what I mean? And, you just gotta navigate it lightly, tread lightly and navigate it correctly. You know what I'm saying? I just try not to get you know, too close to people are caught up in their habits or their personal lifestyles. I just try to enjoy enjoy people in the common places that we are at. You know what I mean?
Right. And other than that, it's
good.
like,
Other than that, you know, I don't give a fuck what you do at 3 a.m. at your house, my nigga.
Yeah,
So,
that's totally on you. Let's talk about man code a little bit, all right?
Man cave.
Yeah, man code. I was talking.
Okay.
I was talking to man
Pardon me, because I violated the man code trying to just automatically think he talking about some shit that I was doing.
Oh shit,
that's my fault.
Man cave, man code.
Yeah.
So I was talking to my son. We was in the locker room at the gym and shit, and we had just worked out. We was getting ready to get in the pool. I was like, look, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You changing your clothes, nigga. Once them shorts come off, you get naked, you don't start talking to other men in here, nigga.
No.
That's a fucking violation, dog. No. I said, you don't say shit to me while I'm nude, my nigga. We got that code.
You don't say shit to a naked nigga. You don't say shit to a nigga when he taking a piss.
Facts.
You know what I'm talking about? Last night, what's up, Lance?
What if I just stomped a nigga out in the parking lot?
Look, it's this shit that go down in Detroit, dog, where when a nigga, I saw a motherfucker outside the club, he got into a fight, nigga got beat up and he got stomped, and then all of a sudden they stripped this nigga naked.
Oh no,
that shit happens quite a bit, dog. And my thing is, I'm thinking like, who is the nigga in the group that's like, let's take this nigga clothes off?
All right, yeah.
Nigga at the crib, he can't wait. Like, why stomp a nigga out tonight? I'm taking the nigga clothes off.
That nigga had to do something very, very bad. Like, that level of humiliation, I never could understand it. Like, you know, people do shit to, you know, you do acts of aggression against niggas, and you strip them naked, and you kick him or shoot him in the nuts, and you want to fuck with his manhood and shit like that. Don't. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the motherfucker did something that offensive.
Yeah.
Maybe that motherfucker did something that offensive. I don't know.
It's the ultimate humiliation, dog.
Absolutely.
I don't say every workout I've seen in Detroit, it wasn't like that, but some of them, I'm like, that's the ultimate humiliation. But I'm like, man, who's the nigga in the group who's the bisexual nigga in the group that's waiting on that to happen?
Whose idea was that?
Let's get this nigga gear off.
I want to see his ass.
Man, it's certain man code shit. You don't talk to a nigga while he taking the piss. No. You don't talk to niggas. Also, too, you don't let a nigga Captain Morgan you while he talking to you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let a nigga put his foot up on shit. Nigga, you stand on 2 feet just like I do, nigga. Nigga, don't you put your motherfucking foot up. Nigga, don't let me be sitting down.
Right.
You gonna Captain Morgan me right here like, nigga, wait a minute, nigga.
I'm firing on you, nigga.
Hey, and another man code, when you talking to a nigga that's sitting down, first of all, nigga, stand up and talk to the nigga.
Talk about it.
And second of all, the nigga that's standing up, you talking to a nigga sit down, get that man about 6 feet. At least about 4 or 5 feet off him. Don't stand right up on over a nigga. Like, stand over there and talk to me. If I'm gonna sit down, you stand over there.
Teach these niggas,
don't
man.
stand up right up on a nigga talking to me and I'm sitting down, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And when a nigga out to eat, you know, you extend your hand. I ain't gonna shit on your dap, but don't be mad at my fist. You see me eating, my nigga.
Right.
I'll give you that, but can't give you a handshake, my nigga. I'm eating right now. You know what I'm saying? But I understand what I do, and I appreciate when people support me and they want to show their support. So I'm gonna give you that fist bump, but don't take no offense to that, my nigga. You see me eating, man. You lucky you getting that right there.
Yeah. See that? That's what I wanted to talk about. I want to get to these man code laws because some of these niggas they ain't had no training. They ain't had no big homie to tell them, and then they get all easily offended. Like, come on, my nigga. Like you said, I'm eating.
Right.
You get a fist bump. Nigga, don't Captain Morgan me. Motherfucker, I'm sitting down. Why you so close to me, nigga? Why my eyes shouldn't be dick level while I'm talking to you, nigga. Like, you take your ass back over there and back up, my nigga.
Back the fuck up.
I'm going to tell you another one my dad told me about man code. He was like, man, when you shaking a man's hand, he said, don't let that man turn your hand during the handshake and shit. He was like, if a man takes your hand on a handshake and he's starting to turn your hand, that nigga trying to dominate you and shit. So you don't let that nigga turn your hand. He was like, and you always look a man in the eye.
Right.
When you shake his hand.
You keep that motherfucker level.
Yes.
Don't let it's like them like a arm wrestler. He turn, hey, how you doing? You want to turn his hand on top?
Yeah.
Nah, nigga, fuck that, nigga.
A nigga trying to hold you and it's
grip a nigga shit hard too. Shake. Take my hand and make it a firm shake. Say what's up, SLINK Johnson, and then break.
There we go.
Okay.
What's some other man code shit, man?
Some other man code shit.
You can jump in too, Lance.
It's a whole lot. Some other man code shit is this, man. Look here. Don't you never say nothing to that man when it's a woman involved and you it's a power struggle between two dudes and a woman. Look here, man. Don't never say nothing to that man. Don't never bring your aggression to that man. Because I look at it like it's a campaign, my nigga. It's a campaign. I might slander this man. I might talk a lot of shit to this bitch. Like, fuck this old bitch ass nigga Charlie. He ain't shit, this, that, and the third. When I see you, it ain't shit. Because it's like a campaign. I'm trying to win the bitch. He trying to win the bitch too. But once you start calling niggas and reaching out and making your presence known and shit like that, you's a whole ass nigga, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I'm talking about? Your beef is with that bitch, not with me, man.
Right.
You can say what the fuck you want to that bitch, but not to me.
Facts. That's real big homie talk, man, on the behavior tip. It was something else too. Like one of my niggas was telling me that if a dude is bringing his broad around consistently to events and shit like that, you really ain't got no business saying nothing to that bitch. You talk to the dude.
You really don't. If that's your partner,
you know what I'm saying? If that's your homie.
If you ain't got a whole lot of conversation. Like that's funny, Charlie. That pardon me, I want to segue that.
Go ahead.
You know, it's too much. Like I understand when niggas was young. You know, niggas hang out in groups. You got your homies and the girl. You got all the girlfriends hanging out. That's how your bitch get fucked. Yeah. You keep your bitch to yourself, my nigga, and to what Charlie's saying. You know. Your bitch shouldn't have no whole lot of conversation, you know what I'm saying? Even if she go out all the time, she ain't with you, you know, your homies know her, they're familiar with her, she shouldn't have no whole lot of conversations for them niggas, and you shouldn't either, my nigga.
No, absolutely. That's one of the red flags, and I done had to pull a couple bras to the side like that, like, man, listen, man, you privileged enough to go somewhere with me, and I done brought you around some motherfuckers, you need to be in pocket. You over there too giggly and talkative. That'll be the way I never bring you around.
Bitch, you all in Lil Wayne face and shit. Talking about no ceilings. But I like no ceilings. Yeah. Bitch, shut up.
Facts. You don't think niggas, because the fucked up thing about niggas like us is like, if I can look at that bitch eyes and tell I can hypnotize her, bitch, it's over with. Mm-hmm. It's over. I don't give a fuck who you with. I shouldn't be able to see that in your eyes if you with another nigga. There's no way. So there ain't no way you gonna be somewhere with me and you get all starstruck. You see Nelly over there and you get to talk about country grammar. Like, bitch, if you don't get out of Nelly's face, bitch.
Bitch, if you just take the picture and move around, right? You trying to talk too much and shit. So your name is Cornell Hayes. My daddy name is Cornell.
Bitch, sit your ass down. You over there all giggly. And if you a real bitch when you in the room and you got game about yourself, the way you behave, them niggas will be looking at you like, who was that?
Right.
Who the fuck is that? Ain't saying shit over there to herself, all bad than a motherfucker. And then they like, oh, that bitch was Slink.
You represent me. You coming there with me. You represent me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't like I come in your circle and shit to your bitch circle. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be nice and good.
Yeah, flat out, nigga. That's man code 101 and shit. So what else? Okay, so you killed one of the things I honor about you is you keep reinventing yourself. You don't let nobody define you based on, oh, you was Lamar GTA, oh, you Slink Johnson. Like, nigga, I'm looking at your stand-up like, nigga, now you on this stand-up run. And I know you've been doing it off and on for years, but now it's like, nigga, when you hit the stage on the stand-up, that shit, nigga, you did that joke about the motherfucking DJ that was too short on the motherfucking table.
Nigga scratching like this.
Nigga scratching like this. I was in tears, dog. When you hit the stage, your energy and shit, dog, is unmatched. But I'm watching you constantly reinvent yourself. So I just want you to talk a little bit about your journey now. Like, you ain't defined by these roles. You keep reinventing and keep going. Like, what you on now?
Man, Charlie, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm just winging it, man. I'm just, going with what I know, and again, I understand the importance of reinvention, right. And I just try to stay on top of some shit. For at one point, Charlie, especially when I started stand up, I was struggling trying to find my identity because like, damn, what I'm gonna do? I can't play no instruments, I can't dance, because motherfuckers always got some gimmick or some shit,
right?
Yeah, what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't want to be one of them comics, man. Nor do I want to be
like that nigga do magic tricks.
Yeah, I don't want to be that nigga, man, or the cliche ass nigga with the gimmick, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Not smashing watermelons.
Or the watermelon. Shout out, much respect to Gallagher.
Love you. Rest in peace, Gallagher. Yeah, but I can't. Niggas can't smash watermelon.
Nah, nigga. All that good watermelon, we'll eat them motherfuckers.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna eat them goddamn watermelons, nigga.
Yeah. You smash watermelon in a group full of niggas, we eating them, man. Don't bring the rack. We eating these shits.
Smash it with a clean hammer. Nigga.
Yeah.
But yeah, Charlie, I don't know, man. I'm just having fun, man, enjoying myself. You know, again, just trying to translate myself, you know, because one thing when I was telling you about, you know, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what I was going to say. Goddamn, I'm high.
No, it's all good, my nigga. We just on that journey. I want to dive into this real quick, though, on the ladies tip. It's like a lot of these niggas don't know what type of women to have in their inner circle when they go into the next level. You know what I'm saying? And I was one of them at a period of time. But what I've been doing is giving a lot of my viewers game on, you know, some of the red flags with some of these women and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, what I've learned, like you run across a bitch and she's just really overly complimentary in the beginning, and she ain't got no goals and no shit she working on herself. That ain't nobody I want around me.
Right.
For the long term. You know what I'm saying?
She trying to get in where she fit in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What, you know, again, that's sexy and appealing to men and women with goals and, you know what I'm saying, real goals, viable goals.
Right.
And the goals that rely on themselves and not necessarily that BBL they get and the ball player that they get with, you know.
Right. The BBL with no thigh action and no leg action.
No
like
thigh.
you gotta have some goals, but a lot of niggas don't know how to pick out the red flags in the female because they seeing the pussy first.
Yeah, man, and that's you know, but you know, Charlie, that's age old. You know, I think I always say men, we fuck first and love later. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh shit, that's real.
We fuck first and love later. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the bitches you probably been with, a lot of the ladies you probably been with, you know, or some of the staples in your life.
Yeah.
Most of them probably started out the same way. Most of them do that you want to fuck.
Yeah.
Like, damn, she cute, she want to fuck, she cute, she cool.
Yeah,
I want to fuck. And then after you fuck, you find out these things about her.
Yeah.
The things that keep you with her.
Right.
You know, keep you attracted to her. You know what I'm saying? And one of those things are those goals and that you know, that ambition to, you know, want to do something, do better. That, you know, the one that wants to compliment you in, you know, not just verbally, but in her actions. You know what I'm saying? She fucking with a boss ass cat like Charlie. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be on her shit, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Making sure she complimenting a boss ass nigga like Charlie, and that's appealing.
Yeah. That's what's real. I think sometimes. I don't know if y'all niggas ever watched The Wonder Years, dog, but that's one of my favorite TV shows in the 90s. I'm always bringing that shit up. But that nigga had a Winnie. There was a chick named Winnie Cooper who was always on his team. He was always trying to get at her. And I think throughout the course of my life, I be trying to look for this Winnie Cooper. And that's just not a real bitch out here for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I keep trying to find this bitch. And I'm like, well, maybe I need to find myself first. Man, I got to continue to work on me and change what I attract. You know what I'm saying? But
I think that's big. I believe that. Like, again, we attract certain types. You know what I'm saying? With our vibration, you know, our frequencies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Again, I go back to what we was talking about earlier about you never know when you a pop. You know what I'm saying? You might be talented as fuck, but you know, you giving off a low vibration, and you're going to get these low vibration bitches.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? You attract that. And that's why, you know, men, we attracted to accessibility, to be honest with you. So if I'm around a bunch of low vibration bitches and that pussy's accessible, I'm going to stay there.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay there because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times men fall for these women not because they great or they all that. Bitch, you just accessible.
Man.
You give up that pussy in that head.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we want to choose the path of least resistance as men.
Absolutely.
Especially if we got a lot of shit going on. This is like, it's here.
Absolutely. So, you know, once you know that, you know, again, I had to teach myself that to get up off them low vibration bitches because, again, I was fucking with them because they was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
no, I can relate, my nigga. I can relate. And I'm like, damn, let me just work on changing me. And then I change what I attract. And then now I'm noticing like, damn, okay, this is a quality bra right here. You know, it's like, damn, but it took me being by myself for a season. Like, let me just work on me. Let me just get in the gym. Let me write. Let me just fast and just focus. And I'm like, damn, dog. But I still think I attract what's familiar sometimes because I can walk in the room and smell them. That's the rat bitch right there.
Oh yeah. Oh
That's
yeah. Shout out to the rats though. You know, you do hold a special place in the nigga's heart. Shout out to the rats, man. You
Shout
know,
out to the rats, because you there. I smell you.
I'm falling in love with some premium rats in my life. You know what I'm saying? You know, some good quality rats.
Same, my nigga. You got this story you tell on stage about, and I can totally relate because you mentioned the car. That's my favorite. You was like, nigga, I can remember, nigga, 96, 97, riding around doing this in the Cutlass, nigga. I said, oh, that nigga mentioned my favorite motherfucking car.
Yeah, man. the time of my life. Niggas young,
right,
free, nigga 6-pack. T-shirt fitting tight around nigga arms, hairline come down to my eyebrows. Nigga, I'm living, nigga.
Living in the Cutlass, just handling business.
Driving the Cutlass, nigga, fucking smoking good, nigga, with a pistol. Nigga, I'm at the top of my life,
Come on, nigga. That's it. I tell everybody, dog, the entertainment shit is cool, but the most fun time in my life, nigga, I'm on Belle Isle in an 84 Cutlass with the 350 in it, a pistol on my motherfucking lap, nigga, and just riding around doing whatever the fuck I wanted to do. Blow. I'd rather do that than anything else, nigga.
Just hitting lefts.
Huh?
Just hitting lefts, looking at niggas.
Hitting left, staring at niggas like, nigga, I got 12s in the trunk. Nigga, I got to burn your shit, nigga. That's...
Ignorance is bliss, nigga.
Ignorance is
I was
bliss.
blissful as a motherfucker.
Not knowing what, you know what I'm saying? Not even, nigga, I ain't had my eye on entertainment at all, nigga, when I was at that Cutlass. I was famous in my own mind in the hood, nigga. Fuck everything. No, nigga, I'm in the Cutlass,
man,
nigga.
I didn't have my mind on shit, man, to you know, to in that regard, man, I be tripping, you know, at 20, 17, 18, 19, 20, I didn't have no idea or clue. I didn't even think about life at 40, life at 50, life at 60. I didn't even think about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, that's to go back to the man code shit. I want to tell these little niggas that do watch, niggas start investing in your future and thinking about life after the streets, life after, you know, your youth, man. Because, again, when you turn into that square bear, you know what I'm saying? You want to be prepared for that square bear life, Lord willing that you get to see it, because it's a blessing to get to that square bear life. You know what
Absolutely,
I'm
man. Start invest. I wish I would have. I look at all the money I blew, all the cars I spent money on, and all the little shit that are clothes and trips I was taking. I'm like, man, if I would have just invested 10%, 20% of that shit, I'd be in a totally different space right now, man. So take the game from my man's, man. He telling you the 100.
Man, start paying attention, take inventory of your life and what you're doing, and these relationships you making and breaking. You know what I'm saying, and how you dealing with people in life, man. Because again, man, life is short, but it's long too. So be mindful of, you know, how you dealing with people, because, you know, the nigga you shit on today might be the nigga you need.
Facts. Okay, so your first car you had.
My first car, I'll be honest, was a brand new Toyota Celica.
Woo!
My mama bought me that motherfucker. I was fresh out of YA.
Oh, shit.
I was in YA for like 3 years and shit. You know, before I went to jail, I was stealing a lot of cars and doing a lot of fuck shit. So when I got out, she wanted me to have a car. So I had a 93 Toyota Celica.
Oh,
that
shit.
motherfucker was red.
Red Celica.
I like, you know, I don't know why tall niggas like them little cars, but I like that little sporty.
I was just picturing your big ass driving from the back seat of that motherfucker, dog.
That bitch was little, but I love that little car.
Yeah, hell yeah. It came from a place of love, too, dog. That's what's 100. What was your first car?
The one that was mine was the Wagoneer.
Oh, yeah. I remember you talking about that.
That Grand Wagoneer with the wood panels.
With the wood paneling on the side, nigga.
Felt like you were pushing a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is hard.
I fuck with them Wagoneer. My first car, my granddad gave me my first car. Everybody, like, I had cancer when I was 15, right? And everybody thought I was going to die. So everybody was giving me gifts. I'm like, nigga, I need to make these kind of announcements more often, nigga. My granddad thought, he gave me a little British car. It was a little TR6. I never could get that bitch running. And then my dad bought it from me and then got it running and sold it for a grip. I was like, man, you snake motherfucker. How you?
I was going to say, TR6 is pretty rare.
Yeah, it was super rare, but I couldn't get it running. And then my dad was like, I don't know what's wrong with it, Charlie. It's up to me. He got it running. My dad is that's where I get my hustle from. But I bought a 72 Caddy because I was watching Superfly all when I was 16, 17. I was like, I want a Caddy like Priest. I bought a photo 72 Caddy with the 472 in that bitch, dog. That was my first whip.
That motherfucker was smashing.
That bitch was a beast. That bitch was drinking gas even back then when the gas was like less than $1 a gallon.
89 cents.
89 cents for a gallon, nigga. I remember them prices, dog. Like, damn, that's how my
nigga fill the tank up for like $13. Like, ooh, that shit high.
Yeah. Niggas spend $14. Like, man, I can't believe I had to. My whole $20 is damn near gone
Right.
on a tank of gas, nigga. Riding around all day. I remember them. I miss them days, just riding around aimlessly, nigga. Like, man, where am I going? I don't know. I'm
Charlie,
high.
oh my nigga, I swear to God, I was just thinking about that. I was talking to my cousin, and we used to do that shit, man. Just get up in the morning with niggas that had nothing to do.
Right.
Put some gas in the car, get some weed, just ride around recruiting little straggler ass bitches.
Yes.
And just, you know,
All
niggas,
day, nigga.
All day. The nigga wasn't doing shit.
That was us. We would go because growing up in Michigan, dog, it was like all during the wintertime from like November to maybe April. All niggas did was just grind. Like, we ain't shave. We ain't do shit, just grind. Because all we had was maybe from like May to probably September, October to shine. But nigga, every day from them months, we going to Jefferson, we going to Belle Isle, we just riding around, car full of niggas just looking for some shit to get into, looking for some bitches to fuck, just all day, nigga. Just get up and not do nothing.
And them days was amazing because you never know what kind of shit. Like, you might go out one day and just fuck around and come up, get into some mischief or something, come up on some bullshit.
Yes, all the time, nigga. And be so excited, like, nigga, what you do, dog? I can remember, you know what I'm saying, we riding up Jefferson pulling bitches and, you know what I'm saying, like, from the car window, old girls is cold in a motherfucker. Like, that's a bad bitch, dog. I pulled this little broad and, you know what I'm saying, and then I'm like, I'm going to come by and pick you up later on and go to the bitch house, and from the waist down, the body's monstrous. Like, okay, I'm getting ready to pull off.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go back down to Jefferson and get another one, nigga.
Nigga, one time, me and my cousin, nigga, we was on our you know, daily patrol and, you know, just riding around L.A. and shit. We cruising through Hawthorne and we see this young chick. She hanging out. I think she was at the bus stop or something. She was going somewhere. We pull over, you know, mack her down, hollering at the bitch or whatever. She jumped in the car. Like, you know what I'm saying? She rode, you know, went back to the spot. Like, what's up, baby? Gonna, you know, get some drink and smoke some weed, chill. You know, me and my cousin and, you know, the bitch, she jumped in the car.
Right.
Went and got some drink and shit. Took her back to the spot. We drank and smoked, and we, you know, we plotted like, we finna dog this bitch down.
Yeah.
Man, that bitch, she was holding on strong. She got that bitch got drunk as a motherfucker, man. She got drunk, and we just knew we was gonna win. But that bitch, she was holding on to her shit, man. She was drunk as fuck, and I swear to God, it was hot that day, and she didn't want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? We said, all right, we finna take you back. It was hot as fuck. We took her back to the same bus stop, drunk as a motherfucker in the heat.
That's funny than a motherfucker, dog. Yeah, we ended up turning it. In most cases, dog, I had to be the recruiter, nigga. So I'm riding around. I got niggas with me, and they ain't really got the game to spit the way I had it. So I pulled this little bitch. We was where the fuck was we at? We was downtown somewhere. Same shit. We take her to the room, and niggas is drinking and shit. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't want to drink, and I was like, damn, we all of us in here drunk. This bitch ain't drunk. She popped it off in front of everybody. Like, all right, who first? I was like, oh shit, this was the one. It's me. I'm first. And then all them niggas was over there ran the train on. I'm like, niggas was saluting me for months after that. Like, nigga, Charlie, you pulled a good one, my nigga. I said, man, look, let's go get another one, nigga.
I pulled one time, man. I was traveling with, you know, during my crime spree days.
Yeah.
You know, me and my cousins, we was out of town writing bad checks and shit. And so we out in this one state, you know, writing bad checks. You know, we hanging out in that state for a couple of days, and we went to a restaurant in which I seen this chick. She wasn't very attractive, man, but it was something about her. She was eyeballing me, you know what I'm talking about? Something about her, you know. So I'm a visitor in the state. You know, I'm just hollering at her or whatever, you know, macking her down and shit. And, you know, we was about to leave, and my cousin was motioning me like, come on, man, leave that old bitch alone, man. She ain't gonna do nothing. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got the bitch number, and, you know, I called her later, and shit, she actually came back to our hotel room and was very friendly with me and my cousin, and knocked both of us the fuck down.
Shout out to her.
And shout out to her. I want to say her name. I ain't finna say her name because I still remember it.
Championship broad right there.
This was like 25 years ago. She went down in the Hall of Fame because she had niggas crawling up the wall. She fucked the shit out of both of us. I had to go. Like, bitch, please. Like, you ever had just like, bitch, get. Get. Oh, God damn. That bitch came and knocked both of us down, man. Shout out to her, man.
Shout out to her, man. I love it when you initiate that type of activity. Shout out to you, lady, man. You went down in the Hall of Fame for that one. Them be my favorites right there, dog.
I mean, at one point in time, you know, I'm more
seasoned,
sophisticated and seasoned and more refined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm on the same tip. I'm a seasoned gentleman, but I've had my dirtbag days.
Oh, yeah.
Nigga. I remember I was telling Langston this before in another episode. Like, I was on some old crooked wild shit back in the day. Like, I bought a house in Detroit with some fake W-2s and shit, right? I ain't had no job, nigga. I was hustling. I had somebody make me some W-2s. I bought this crib. This is 20 plus years ago, nigga. I bought this crib. And nigga, everything you can think of was going on wrong. Could have happened after I bought this motherfucker. But man, it was a bitch that I'd never forget that bitch name. I say it to her name was Sierra. This bitch lived next door, dog. And I was married to a bitch that was kind of crazy and shit too at the time. But this little bitch, man, she was like a senior in high school. She had just turned 18 or some shit. Bad than a motherfucker, dog. And I was just doing my best to ignore this little bitch. Like, I gotta ignore her. This bitch. I don't want to look at this bitch. She was saying little shit to me all the time. I'm outside working on the cutlass and shit. She's saying little shit to me. And the one day where I'm about to give in and fuck with this little bitch, I'm thinking the wife upstairs sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on the car, and she was like saying little shit. And I'm like, I'm getting ready to set up the play. Wifey from the window like, bitch, you better get away from my motherfucking husband or I will come out there and stab the shit out your motherfucking ass. Completely ruined the deal for me because she was a stabber. She stabbed my other baby mama and shit 13 times. She was a stabber. So Sierra believed her, and I was like, man, that's one bitch I wish I would have knocked down, dog. Shout out to you, Sierra. I wish I would have knocked that bitch down, but Sierra was scared of the
If it's remotely close to what it was, make sure you hit up iamcharlienewhart.
She was scared. She was scared. Wifey would come out with that blade, nigga. She was a monster over there, dog. But
she had a history, you know.
She had a history, man. Shout out to Lanco Street over there in Detroit, man.
Shout out to Detroit, man. I fucking love Detroit, man. Cause
I love the city, man.
I always say Detroit is very, in my opinion, Detroit niggas and LA niggas is very similar. Detroit and LA are very similar cities. Absolutely. Detroit is actually like a sister city to LA to me because Detroit niggas act like LA niggas.
Yeah.
I mean, the slang might be a little different. It's just a little slight bit of difference in mentality, and I think that's based a lot on geography, you know? The way, you know.
But ultimately what it is, and this is why I be telling niggas when they come out here, like, sometimes niggas take the shit for granted. Like, when you see Hollywood on TV in L.A., you can forget the fact that it's niggas get down out here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In a real way. That's why I was telling niggas before I had a little tutorial on somebody's podcast, like, first of all, nigga, stop telling niggas where you at on live all the time. Unless you got some niggas around you hammered up, you know what I'm saying? Stop telling niggas where you at on live. Like, these niggas out here is active, dog. You gotta learn how to behave, man. There's just certain ways I behave out here. Like, if I don't know a certain territory, I'm like, I don't know these niggas, man. I'll just behave. Detroit is the same way. It's niggas watching.
And the thing about LA is a lot of people come out here and get caught up in that Hollywood hype and really believe they safe in Hollywood. Nigga. And nigga, you'll get got on Wilshire just like you'll get got on Washington. Trust me when I tell you, man, nigga. You will, man.
Facts,
you will,
nigga. You gotta know how to
like,
behave, dog.
Like, God bless his soul. People, you know, people had a lot to say about P&B Rockin'. Like, why was he at that Roscoe's location?
Right.
Like, why was he there? Like, yeah, true enough. That location, Manchester, Maine, East Side, South Central, you know, the very beginning of the East Side, South Central or whatever, you know, historically tough place to, you know, to be.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't get caught up in the hype. You'll get down to Roscoe's on Gower. You'll get down to Roscoe's on Pico. I'm not just, you know, singling out Roscoe's per se, but I'm just saying that to say your location don't fucking matter, my nigga.
Facts.
You get knocked off coming out of Nobu if you know you fucking with the right people,
That's
man.
for real.
So be mindful, man.
That's why, I mean, one of the biggest things my big homies in Detroit taught me was like, man, wherever location you land, you know, it's more about make sure you connect with the real niggas and understand where you at. It's more so a check-in. Like, them niggas is going to tell you. Like, so before I really started moving and really shaking out here doing my thing, I made sure I linked up with real niggas first. You know what I'm saying? And then them niggas will tell you, like, that right, don't go and don't be over there at this Don't do this. Don't say this. It's even some sketches that I've done, and I had niggas with me, and it was like, man, make sure XYZ here. Don't do this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I'll be a foolish, prideful nigga not to listen to niggas that was born and raised here. I moved out here when I was 40. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel like real niggas attract real niggas everywhere. So I was like, before I really start making the moves I really want to make, let me get a solid team of motherfuckers around me first that can let me know the ins and outs. Like this cross streets right here, nigga, like it ain't no gang culture really like that in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Where niggas is color coordinated type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But nigga, I'm like, all right, I'm listening. All right, yeah, I ain't gonna do that. Nigga, don't say that. And I'm gonna introduce you to this motherfucker. He run this area over here. And I'm like, what up, nigga? Okay, yeah. Now I know how to move, but I ain't on no prideful shit, man.
No, I ain't either, man, because, you know, I always like to go, wherever I go, I want to go to the ghetto. I want to go, again, and it's not necessarily on no check-in shit as much. I mean, you can call it what you want. I guess it is check-in. It ain't as much as, again, I like to show my face, especially doing what I do right now. I like to show my face, you know, again, motherfuckers know that I'm tapped in with what this is, you know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
And it's not so much about trying to prove or trying to, you know, nothing, man. But you know, you don't want to be out there don't know. You want to come into a nigga city, especially niggas that's moving and shaking. That'll get you a long way. When you go, you know, you just break bread and just say exchange pleasantries, say hello. You know, I'm in your city. What's up, my nigga? I always like to you know, when I tap in, I meet all types of people. So
no, you know him. Like I remember we had the show. I mean, you've been on the Long Beach show a few times with me, but one of the times you came on the show, nigga, you must have had about 100 motherfuckers in the at the show, and he was like, Charlie, I want to introduce you to somebody. This is such and such. You know what I'm saying? And he represents this such and such over here. I want to introduce you to this nigga. Like, nigga, this the nigga you need to know. He runs such and such and such and such. So
yeah,
I'm like,
Beefy.
Nigga,
Shout out to my nigga Beefy Low.
Yeah, I was going to let you say his name, but I'm like,
Beefy.
Yeah.
Beefy Long Beach. I mean, you know, again, Beefy's a good nigga to know. If you're going to be around Long Beach, he's a good nigga to know.
Absolutely.
That's all I say. You know, he's a good nigga to know.
Absolutely.
He's going to put you in the right places. He's going to put you in the right direction and let you know.
And I appreciated you for that, dog. I was like, yeah, that's a plug. This, you know what I'm saying? This his city over here. I'm like, man, let me holler at this nigga. So
for sure.
Yeah,
Shout
I appreciate
out to my
that.
nigga Beefy
Shout
Low.
out to Beefy
nigga.
Low, man. Shout out to Beefy Low. What else was I gonna close with?
I want to say this before we close. Charlie, man, nigga, shout out to Charlie Newhart, man. This is a very good brother, man. I love this brother. He got me all the way out here at 8 o'clock in the morning. I ain't gonna say the location, but goddamn it.
Just love. If I get it
for us Cali people, for us LA people, this shit is way the fuck out there.
I'm 90 minutes from LA, nigga. I'm out the way. So when y'all see a nigga on here, you know it's love, man. Cause some niggas like, hey man, nigga, where you at?
I was gonna flake this nigga like 3 times, man. Every time I think about flaking the nigga, he texts me.
I'm like, nigga, you gonna come through or what, nigga? Flat out. I need the big homie. I need the big homie to come through. I
couldn't wait. I've been seeing the clips. I've been seeing what you doing, man. You know, again, man, just to be part of the process. Look, man, I don't want to get all fucking emotional, man, but you know, this shit go by fast, man, and just to be part of a motherfucker's journey, man. Yeah. Again, you never know when you gonna pop, you never know who gonna pop. So again, just being invited to be part of your journey, man, I appreciate that. And just knowing you and being able to call you a friend, brother, I appreciate that.
100%, man. I appreciate y'all, dog. Like I was telling Langston, when I came out here, nigga, I ain't had no cell phone. I had no social media at all. Because I was like, I'm an artist. I just want to get an agent and book roles. That's all I want to do. And I was on that journey for a while. I booked a few TV shows and some commercials, but ultimately, you know what I'm saying, I met Craig, and that nigga was on my head like, nigga, you got to get this internet money, nigga.
Yeah.
That Hollywood shit ain't going to last. He said, you got to get at the internet. And I was reluctant. Even when I first started going to his podcast, I wasn't doing it for no I had no social media. I had no cell phone. I was just going for the community of it. But when I started seeing y'all niggas on this internet shit and YouTube shit and all that, man, you, Craig, Tyree, Spivey, Big Job, I saw y'all niggas. I'm like, wait a minute, niggas. Oh, this is real. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's money in this shit, man. And then my homeboy put a video. I talked about me getting shot when I was 23. Little 1-minute clip, they put it on YouTube. And that motherfucker then went to like 2 million views. I was like, oh, these niggas want to hear stories? Mm-hmm. Let me set some cameras up there and tell stories.
They want to get the game. They want to get it. And you know what I'm saying? Wow. I'm here to tell these niggas this game, man. They got to know it. Like this one, you know, I remember this one time, it had to be like 1994, and I think her name was LaShondra, and she was working a hot dog on a stick. You know what I'm talking about? And I just remember, you know, just going up to the mall every day just to watch her make that lemonade.
Yeah.
Just be bouncing and shit. Little titties just was right, and they just be bouncing and shit. And LaShondra was a nice girl, man. She was real nice and quiet, you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas didn't holler at her because, you know what I'm saying, she was so quiet. They thought that she was like square, but you know what I'm saying? I took the time to get to know her, man. And, you know, she was real good. You know, come to find out, you know, she had a throat smooth as a velvet glove, my nigga. That throat was smooth, my nigga.
She had that power throat.
Yeah, she was nice, man. But I'm just want to say that, you know, that girl, she went on to have a baby with this other dude. That baby went to the NBA, man.
Straight up?
Yeah. I ain't gonna say the nigga name, but
yeah. Shout out to
I know your mama, nigga.
Throat is delicious, nigga.
Yeah, that head Leon was off the chain. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, nigga, that's funny to the motherfucker, dog. Yeah, you never know. It's I think my problem with some of the women was like I needed unwavering loyalty, and then I would do shit to see whether or not you was like if you was really for me. Like I used to work at the airport, and it was this little, I was like 17, 18, and it was this little broad working in the World Club. Had access to all this liquor and shit. Like, well, if you really love me, man, you know what I'm saying? You take some pints out that motherfucker for me if you really love me. Nigga, she was doing it, and I was like, oh shit, I got influence like that? And then I had another little bitch that was working at Lord & Taylor. I'm like, well, you steal some outfit. I want some Nautica jumpsuits out that motherfucker, some polo jumpsuit. Nigga, she stole about 20 of them bitches out there for me, and I was selling them on the street for like $200 a piece and shit. I'm like, and then that started to be a habit for me. Like, well, if you really love me, what you gonna do for me? If that's how you feel, you do something for me. You know what I'm saying? And that became a habit. But I was just attracting that type of woman, and I'm like, man, nigga, I'm on some true dirtbag shit right there. But that shit runs its course over a period of time.
I'm sure it runs its course, man. But you know, get it while you can't get it if you live. You know what I'm talking about? If you got it like that, because there's plenty of women that's just shaking what they mama gave them and making it work. So shit, man. Shout out to any young P that's gonna get her to go.
Get her to go. Get her to go, nigga. And if you a woman out here and there's no way. I was having a conversation with a woman about this the other day. Beautiful woman. There's no way you should be showing me pictures of these celebrity niggas in your phone that you're taking pictures with or text messaging. There ain't no way that these niggas should be on you and you ain't getting nothing in return. You out here giving the pussy away for free. And you got all these niggas in your phone. Quit bragging about, my thing is, quit bragging about all these niggas you taking pictures with if you ain't gonna make it happen. Now, if you gonna do your thing as a grown woman, you fuck who you wanna fuck. I ain't mad at you. But if you bragging, this is such and such, and this is such and such, what you getting out of that shit?
Bitch, you didn't suck his dick? Bitch, did you get a car?
Did you get a car?
You didn't eat his ass? What he wanted? Whatever he wanted, you didn't do it, bitch?
Should have been.
Why you didn't get you a car, bitch? You mad?
Oprah out here giving away cars, bitch. You didn't get on your knees. You didn't get a car out of that deal. Quit bragging about that shit, bitch.
You look dumber than you look dumber than you think. You got all these goddamn pictures with all these niggas, and if you ain't getting nothing out to none of the niggas, what you bragging about, bitch? Because you already look like a hoe. Yeah. You showing all these pictures, you know, with all the fucking rappers, all the fucking you can't, and you know, all of them be talking about, oh, well, that's my friend. You know, French Montana, he my friend. Bitch, shut the fuck up. You are a disposable throat.
Right.
French Montana's not hanging around you because you're interesting, bitch. You are a disposable throat. I hate these bitches. They
a disposable throat, like you throw it in the trash.
Yeah, they be thinking they just that. You're not that interesting, baby. Really evaluate your friendship with these influential guys when you take the sex out and really evaluate. Don't tell me how, oh, I ain't never fucked him. He's not. Look here, bitch. You're just there.
Right.
You just there, and you know he ain't. You know, if you're a peripheral bitch, you just around the mix. That's one thing. But if he concentrates on you at all, and you know what I'm saying, bitch, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'm high, man.
No, we spitting real game. I want to say a couple things in closing, dog. First off, I don't know if I'm going to see the new Black Panther movie. I don't like, because since that nigga Chadwick Boseman ain't in that motherfucker, and I'm tired of them presenting this narrative that now women is running everything and shit. I don't see no replacement for Chadwick Boseman. I just see all women in the forefront. I ain't going to see that shit.
I'm gonna go see it for Ryan Coogler and all the rest of the cast.
Yeah, shout out to the rest of the cast. I support Coogler and what he do.
I
but
do want them to get that money. I do want, again, all the hard work. Because one thing, not to go against what you saying too much.
Yeah. No, but it's good though.
I still want, we're in a trick bag in this country. We're in a trick bag. Our state of being as Black Americans, we're in a trick bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do want to see the movies because I do want all the the cast to get their money and enjoy their money as well.
Yeah.
But understand this, man. It's a funky game, man.
No, it is.
It's a funky game.
It is. I like the varying opinions. One of the things I tell me and Langston always talk about, like a battery needs a positive and a negative. Yeah. We need gravity when we walk. Everybody ain't gonna agree with everything we say. You know what I'm saying? For me, I want them niggas to get money. I want Coogler and the team to get money. But just for me, I just like to see a certain narrative. Like for one, but I will say this. I'd rather them make a Black Panther than to make another motherfucking slave movie.
Right. Me
You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of stop with the slave movie narrative, nigga. We've been more than slaves and shit. If it's another Harriet Tubman, the next Harriet Tubman movie come out, what if they tie the Harriet Tubman whole shit in and say, the Harriet Tubman was gay. That we need to make a Harriet Tubman LGBT movie. She was eating slaves' ass.
I mean, I don't doubt that somebody will try and go that way.
I don't doubt it. I'm tired of seeing the slave movies, dog. I'm tired of it. I'd rather fuck, but to your point, I'd rather fuck with a Black Panther than another slave.
I'm tired of seeing the slave movies too. I want to see movies with more well-balanced Black people is balanced in the human realm. Like, I like the stuff that Issa Rae does.
Yeah.
I like Insecure.
Her shit's strong.
Again, it shows us in a different light. We human. We live. We like regular shit like everybody else. We go through, all the different range of emotions that everybody else does. We're not all sniveling slaves or enraged Negroes or killers or gangbangers.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We all that shit, man. So
Facts.
I want to be a Black sea captain.
Oh, talk about
I want to be a Black sea captain. I want to be on the ship, and the motherfucking the Vikings try to take. Cause I don't want to make the Somalians making some old pirates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just knocked the Vikings down. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Black sea captain. That's some shit I ain't never seen before.
Black Jack Sparrow.
That shit'd be lit. Say what?
Because
Black Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Blacks, we was
Black Sparrow.
Blacks, man. We was here, man. We was here in America. We've been all over the globe before everybody else. So I say that to say it's not out of the realm of imagination that Black people are seafaring people.
Absolutely.
You're fucking right, we are.
Absolutely. Where can they find you at, my nigga?
Man, you can find me for your speediest response, man. I appreciate all the love and support. Everybody fuck with me, man. You want to reach out, you want a speedy response from me, hit me up on Cash App, $ SLINK JOHNSON, $ SLINK JOHNSON. You can hit me up at PayPal, @SlinkJohnson, Venmo, @SlinkJohnson, or Zelle at bookslinkjohnson@gmail.com. And on all your social networks, you can find me @SlinkJohnson. Make sure you check out Dirty Cops LA on Tubi. Check out Sellies on Tubi, goddammit.
Yeah, keep going.
Bunch of shit. Pimps and Kinfolk. Pimps and Kinfolk on Roku. Goddammit. Just did another movie called Drugstore June. I did a movie called I Left My Heart in Colombia. I went down to Medellin, Colombia, and shot that movie.
Oh, that shit was lit, wasn't it?
Yeah, that shit was lit. I had a great time. I'll tell you about that off camera.
Yeah. Yeah, my nigga been trying to get me to Medellin for a minute. Like, nigga, you need.
Hey, man, just imagine J-Lo saying you can have some of that pussy for $80. Just imagine J-Lo said, Langston, you want some pussy? $80. Look, he digging in his pocket now.
In his pocket.
Look here. Just imagine.
This is a bargain, nigga, though. He'd be like, bitch, I got 35.
Just imagine Selma Hayek in her prime saying, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can get you some of this trim for $100.
Yeah, I heard Medellin, nigga, is... Nigga, that's probably why I ain't been there, man. I might go over there and lose my mind, nigga. You see Charlie?
Will.
That nigga done lost 60 pounds.
You probably will. Nigga over there emaciated. Niggas lost like 60 pounds. They got no nut in his balls.
Nigga walking around empty in the motherfucker like I can't even pee
me no more.
Charlie, you're just a shell of yourself.
Shell of yourself. What happened, nigga? I'm in Medellin. I'm trying to get back. Scratching like a motherfucker. I'm trying to get back, nigga. Let me hold some. Yeah, nigga. Okay, that's it? That's all you got?
I mean, it's a bunch of shit, but
live shows coming up?
Oh, man, I'm in Colorado. When this show come out? When this come out?
This gonna come out sometime December, nigga.
I'm in Colorado Springs, Colorado on December 3rd. You might see me there. I'm at the Crack 'em Up Thursday in Hollywood at the Comedy Store December 1st.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, man, my international player tour, late January, early February,
Let's
man.
go.
London, Paris, Amsterdam, tap in.
My nigga out here.
Yeah.
Nigga out here working, man. I love to see it, man. I appreciate you coming through, dog. Y'all know what it is, man. You can go to askcharlienewhart at Gmail. You want to ask me any questions? You want me to come through, shoot commercials? Me and Langston just did one at Source Trucking Academy. All these trucking schools out here charging $8,000, $3,800. You can be done in 2 weeks and making 6 figures at sourcetruckingacademy.com. Check me out on IG, iamcharlienewhart. You could look in the description to see all of the PayPal, Cash App, iamcharlienewhart. You know what I'm saying? Slink got me on it now. If you want the most expedient response, you want to get at me, hit me on the Cash App. That's how, and straight up how I had a woman hit me with that the other day. Like, hey, this was a few months ago. She was like, yeah, you don't leave me a message. You leave me a message on Cash App. I was like, bitch, let me tell you a message right now. We can exchange messages on Cash App, bitch. So,
hey, you fucking right.
Yeah, goddamn it. So, yeah, check me out. Reckless Sundays every first Sunday. Laugh Factory, Long Beach. Slinkton came through and killed the show on several occasions.
Fun. That shit was Hey, you know what? I enjoy your show at the Laugh Factory, man. Again, Trina, all the good people over there.
Shout out to Trina, man. And
Great people, man. Much love to the Long Beach Laugh Factory, man.
They good people. They love you over there too, man. Every time when Slink come through the building, not only do he bring 100 motherfuckers with him, but it's all of the staff make sure they there too. I'm like, damn, Trina, I ain't seen you in months. She was like, yeah, well, Slink's on the show, so I'm here. Shout out to Trina.
Thank you, Trina. Thank you so much,
Shout out to
man.
Trina and the whole squad. They love when you there, man. And I just appreciate you. I appreciate you being a big homie and a big brother, man, and just coming through the show and just giving real game, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
My nigga, man. Charlie Newhart. I love Charlie, man, because, like, Charlie just the perfect example. Like, I always say, man, you know, people be trying to discount these light-skinned dudes, but you don't know, like, Detroit breed a different type of light-skinned niggas. The hardest light-skinned niggas come from Detroit, man. Chico DeBarge. Charlie Newhart. If a light-skinned nigga from Detroit, I don't try that nigga. See, light-skinned niggas in LA smell like Kush and cherry. Light-skinned niggas in Detroit smell like motor oil and goddamn conies. Light-skinned niggas out there is hard.
That shit funny to the motherfucker, dog. Man, listen, y'all fuck with my nigga, man, on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the love you showed Andrew in there too, my son. Like, man, GTA. He was like, man, let me hit you with some GTA bars. Man, keep doing your thing, dog. I'm consistently praying and rooting for everything you do, dog.
That nigga Andrew gonna grow up and do something good with himself. I'm gonna charge him when he get off. Like, nigga, you remember me?
Give me some residuals.
Yeah, residuate me, nigga.
Residuate me, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate y'all joining the show, man. Listen, I love y'all because I love myself.